So this is the trench rat. It's my 10mm high point in a wooden stock. I had a bunch of people ask me on how the magwell works. So it's a Carcano magwell that let me turn my flashlight on quick. It's a Carcano magwell that I heavily modified. You can kind of see in here the trigger linkage. So that trigger linkage goes to the factory trigger and then comes back to the other trigger that I have on here. The trigger linkage is actually part of the bar that connects a Mossberg 500 shotgun, the pump to the receiver. It's the action bar. So to see, magazine fits in as so. This magazine is a red ball magazine. Looks kind of goofy. My next plan is to get some more 1911 magazines for it. But yeah, I mean, it locks in nice and tight. It doesn't come out. But then this is a homemade, it's not fancy, but it works. And then you just push that and it pops out. So that's how you load this thing. And then you can see, because people told me it wasn't a high point, but you can see obviously it's a high point action. If you know what a high point action looks like. The spring and stuff's out. I took some pieces out of it, but that's why it cycles like that. It's loose and flopping in there. But then here's some more detailed pictures of it. So you can see it carved the whole stock out. There's the magwell. I had to flare it a little bit. Once I know that everything works good, because I modified some stuff, this is going to get welded back shut. So it'll just be this part. This spins a little bit, so that way it just kind of helps the mag go in easier. But yeah, you can see it uses the factory high point takedown holes. So there's a bolt right here, a screw that goes in right there, and then the two takedown holes. So you pop these screws out, take that off, the whole cover comes off, the action comes out, everything's held on by those three, and they're all Phillips head. And then I was actually thinking of putting a tiny Phillips head inside of here so you can actually open it up, and then you can have your takedown tool to take everything down. So one issue I did find is my scope mount is I just put it on the receiver. It looks straight at first, but now when you look at it, it's off-centered. It's not quite straight. It's just the way the barrel's also not in all the way. It kicks over. It's off like 2 inches at 50 yards, and I can't get it over. So I'm going to end up cutting the brackets on here, moving it, and re-welding everything so that it sits more straight. Kind of a lot of work to do, but sometimes to get things to work perfect, you got to put more work in than you thought. So this is the trench rat, and hopefully I'll be doing some more shooting videos soon. I lost some parts that go to this when my garage caught on fire, so some of the safety and sear stuff is gone. I'm going to contact High Point and see if I can get more stuff. But I love these mounts because low swings are sweet mounts. It kicks to the side like that. I'm going to have a rear sight right here that I'm going to have a button that I can hit. And there's space in here to put a mechanism inside. I'm going to hit a button, and I'm going to have a sight that pops up from inside the cover. So that way it'll kind of be hidden. It'll just be protruding a little bit, and once you hit it, it'll flip up. So that way you can have a rear sight. Yeah. And then the front sight, people ask me about it again. The front sight is just an SMLE. You can see my SMLE here. It's just the sight hood. And then all I did was cut it and then flip this upside down, and then I re-welded these back on. And then if you look, there's a hole here, and then there's a hole in here. So I have a bolt that comes up through with a locking nut, and then I'll have a little sight bead or something on the top, and then this will be an adjustable front sight then. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and help get my channel growing. It's Trench Rat Customs. Obscurity is the norm on Facebook. If you want to join our group, there's like 16,000 members, and we'd love to have more people that are into obscure builds. Thank you, and stay tuned for more.